Hope you guys have a good time. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck, I said your name again.
I know.
Hello.
Hi. That was so
How's it
good.
going, everyone? Welcome back. My name is Irving, and today I have Sage with me.
Oh, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yep. Welcome back, Sage.
Thank you.
Yes. Last time we talked about Funimation Now and what this meant for Crunchyroll and all that other stuff. Now, towards the beginning of that video, we did talk about Death Parade. And we said that we would come back and we would do a video specifically on Death Parade because it was so good.
Keeping your promises, that's good.
Yeah. Keep my promises. I got you, fam. Yes. So, just real quick, what do you think about Death Parade?
Me? Remind me, what season was that? I know it came out last year, but do you know specifically what season it came out? Winter, summer, fall, spring?
It came out early in the year. It came out from January and it ran through March. It was based off of a short movie that they did back in 2013, which is called Death Billiards.
Oh, really?
It's an exact same premise of, two people die, they go to this thing, blah, blah, blah. So,
okay.
Yeah, that's where Death Parade came from.
Well, what's up? Oh, no, I was going to say that it was in my top. For that season, I know whatever season it was made by Madhouse, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That was one of my top 3 anime that I was watching. I don't remember the other 2 off the top of my head, but I know that was in one of my top 3.
Yeah, definitely. Last year, I watched a lot of anime, and some of the animes that I watched were kind of old. I watched Evangelion, Cowboy Beebop.
Ooh, Jesus Christ, going back to the classic.
Old, yeah. And what's it called? Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood and Full Metal Alchemist. I also watched Psycho Pass, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man, a lot of good animes last year, but hands down my favorite was Death Parade.
Death Parade, okay.
Good. Yeah, it was so good.
Well, I can agree with you with Psycho Pass.
Yeah, Psycho Pass was cool. I liked it a lot. I liked the premise of it. It was really cool. For those of you who haven't seen Death Parade for some reason, what are you doing? But
just coming at their heads already, just straight up.
Yeah. I'll give you a quick synopsis on it. It's basically, so when 2 people die, they go to this place that is one of many bars. It's kind of in between the afterlife and the real world. And when you get there, you're presented with a chance. You have to play a game basically from these characters that are there that are arbiters, and you don't know why you're there. They don't know why they're there. They don't know what happened to them, and basically they play out these games, and the games are there to invoke emotions and invoke like feelings and invoke like the dark side of people to see where they need to end up. Either they go to hell or they go to heaven. So
basically, I said basically, that's a way to really get. They say you never know a person's true nature until you back them into a corner, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. And this show does that a lot with the characters, and that's kind of why it's so interesting. And the characters we follow right now is it's Dekim and it's also Chiyuki. Decim and Chiyuki says the missus.
Yeah, man.
It's funny because I watched. Yeah, I know. It's funny because I watched it in the Japanese version too. I didn't watch like the dub version.
Yeah, dude. That's a whole nother video, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, what did you think about it? Like when you were first watching it, did you like it? Like,
well, the first thing that got me was obviously the opening. The opening, like animes can either be made or broken by the openings. Like Durara, for example, was like instant classic from the first season I'm talking about, from its opening, and the way how they like kind of told the story, whatever. And Death Parade's opening, like, there's no way if you play that song, everybody's gonna boogie. If they're Asian, Black, Hispanic, doesn't matter, all them races, they all gonna boogie. Everybody get up and boogie. It's like one of those classic, like you gotta get up. And I liked it a lot. And I like how they made the characters somewhat dance with the music too. And it's really coming from a fresh standpoint that I haven't seen in a while. So obviously the opening is addictive.
That's true. Like one of my favorite openings is hands down Cowboy Beebop's opening, and just how it's like smooth jazz going on, like trumpets blare in, saxophone going off. Oh man, it's like It's really good, and it like
You're welcome.
what I really
You're
like
welcome.
about you're welcome.
Yeah, because it comes from the hip hop African American culture. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Yeah. What I really like about this one is though, it's so like happy and like everyone's dancing, everybody, blah blah blah, and the show is completely opposite of that. Like it's about death. It's about death. It's about accepting that you died, and the things that you've done in the past led up to this what happened, and I don't know, it's really interesting. And I thought when I saw the opening, I was like, what? Like, I don't really understand. But
I thought this was supposed to be happy.
Watched it, the more I really enjoyed it.
No, I completely agree with you. Like, I also like, since we're talking about the opening, I also like when this anime where I watched it would also show you a little preview of the next episode and how it was very cool, like the tone at the end of each episode. They didn't have to say anything. They just played the music, showed a couple scenes, and it was a smooth anime. I don't think there was any abrupt moments that didn't flow together. Not saying that it wasn't surprising and it didn't take you by shock. It took you by shock by far, but the transitions were always smooth.
Yeah, a lot of things, what tends to happen too is like when you watch an anime, you watch the beginning and you either skip the intro because you're just like, okay, let's get back into the anime, or at the end you just skip to the next episode. But the thing about this show is that they actually had things, like you said, at the end of the closing song, that they show what's going on in the next episode. And like you said, it doesn't say anything, you just see whatever's going on. They play that really nice, like, somber music. It's kind of eerie, but I really like it a lot. And even the last song, the when the trailers are running through, or the credits are running through, it's really good. Without giving any spoilers, and without giving too much away, this anime like legitimately made me cry on like the last 2 episodes. Like. Me and the missus were just like, it's so sad.
The feels,
oh my god.
Whoop, whoop.
Oh, the feels. Yeah, it was crazy. I don't know. Like, I really like the two characters that that took us on this adventure with. The 2 main characters were really, really good, and just seeing them transform, especially Dakim. Okay, Dakim. Yeah.
Dakim.
Not Dickum.
Dickum.
Like,
I don't think he'd like his parents if they named him Dickum. Then okay.
Yeah, especially Dakim. He was really an interesting character, because the thing about the Arbiters are they don't have human emotions. They're there just to judge the humans that are there. But how can you judge a human if you aren't a human? How can you really say this guy was bad if you don't know why he did certain things?
And that's one of the things that the anime tries to tackle.
Yeah.
When it came to the, but not just aside from the main characters, I will say one of the things that surprised me about the anime is because they always say where you have like there's always a weakness. Everybody has a weakness. Everything has a weakness. But I kind of feel like this anime really spread out its resources when it came from the music to the animations, the storyline. Like, I don't believe in my eyes that there was a weak point about this, because even the support characters were interesting and engulfing, and they had their own little stories or whatever. Like, they didn't seem like the Madhouse like let up in any corner, left any leaf unturned in this anime. And I really like it.
Yeah, because at some point they do follow another character who is an arbiter whose name is Ginty, and I love Ginty. He's super cool, and they go on a little story arc too. But that one's just as interesting as the main story arc, and it's like what ends up happening in that story arc at the end. It still like brings a lot of emotion and a lot of like, holy crap, like, dang, this is crazy. And,
I don't remember if I cried during it, because it's been so. You said it was last year winter, man. That's a whole year. Well, I don't remember that, but I do remember that. Even though it was surprising that you even said it here, because it's still so fresh in my mind from a year ago. So that I will say, and I would definitely recommend this anime to somebody else. Now, is it on like the Clannad level of like crying, like Angel Beats level? For some, yes. For others, no. I'm kind of in between.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah. I just really liked it a lot. Like I said, out of all the animes that I watched last year, like Psycho-Pass, Attack on Titan, One Punch Man especially, like that one, this one stood out to me the most, not because it was insanely action packed and there was blood and gore and all this other stuff. I just really, really like the premise of this show.
Right.
And the fact that like when you die, there's a person that's gonna judge you on whether or not you go to heaven and hell. And even in the show, it's not really heaven and hell. And when you watch it, you'll understand why I'm saying that. But it's really interesting.
I just think that one thing that I wonder is where, I know you said that it's based off a movie, but I wonder where did the story developers, the animators, I wonder where they got the idea from in the beginning, in a sense of like, how are we going to lay out a story showing these different people? And because there's two sides to every story, you know, and sometimes in the flashbacks, you know, certain people see certain things, other people see other things. The people who they put together, some people might assume that, oh, it's just going to be like couples, but they have all kinds of two people. It's literally just two people have to die at the same time. It doesn't matter what gender they are or if they're related or not. Like, it's totally random who die at the same time. And having to think about, okay, well, what if this scenario happened? It was these two people. Like, they must have took a long time to really sit down and think about that.
Each episode and each characters that came into the bar after they died were very, very unique, very different. Never did I feel like, oh, they just exactly the same one as last episode.
And all the games were different too that they had to, you know, play.
Yeah, the games were different too, and yeah, like it was. You almost played like a detective. Like as you were seeing the show progress, you were wondering like, all right, well, this guy must have done this, right? Or maybe this person is lying, or you know, why is this person here, and you know, all this other stuff, and you try to dissect on
what's going
why
on,
they're there, and where they're gonna end up. That was always my favorite thing.
Yeah,
like
who's
that guy's going to hell.
Yeah.
No.
You know,
And
the anime always keeps you on the edge of your seat too. Like, it was never, I never, at any point where I felt it may have been predictable, I was always proven wrong.
All right. So, is there any last minute things that you want to say? Any like closing arguments, or not arguments, but just closing details on it? I know we talked.
Yeah, we weren't arguing. Yeah. We were arguing? Like, no. I think we both said no. I don't believe we hyped it. I believe that we gave the anime the credit that it's due. It was not over. Like, I believe the anime was only like 12 episodes, right?
Yeah, it's very short anime. So.
It's a short. It's always those. This anime, I will say, is one of those short gems that you need to have in your collection. It has good animation, good music. It wasn't overdone. It had just the right salt, pepper, you know, oil and vinegar, like a good deli sandwich on a good night with some soda. All right, go watch this anime. That's all I have to say about it.
Awesome, perfect. All right, so the last thing we have to do is. Last time we spoke and we did the Funimation Now video, I said that we were going to give a giveaway of this loot crate or loot box thing that we got from Funimation Now. It still has all the stuff, I promise. Don't worry, it's all in here. You get to keep the bag. Now, the winner for this contest, and I picked it out at random, is Raycast FC. You, my friend, you just won your bag full of swag. Now, he said his favorite show was Attack on Titan. What?
Nothing. Bag full of swag.
Nothing? Okay, bag full of swag, yeah. He said his favorite show was Attack on Titan. He liked the fact that it was a very David and Goliath type of show that, in the words of Master Yoda, size matters not. So, yeah, good job. Thanks, Ray, for participating. I will send you your stuff. Just I'll message you somehow, I'll contact you, whatever, and we'll ship all this stuff to you. It's all yours, man. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ray. It's okay.
Sorry, I called you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Thank you, Sage.
Yeah, there
Thanks,
you go.
Sage. Yeah.
Power editing. Yeah, no worries.
Yep.
It's so cool. It's cool.
Thanks for joining me today. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out my previous video where we talked about Funimation Now if you haven't checked that out. Also, any of my other videos where I played Super Smash Bros. And yeah, hope you guys have a good time. Thanks again, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.
Fuck, I said your name again.
I know.
信じないさ火を解いたシャラマジか飛ばせもっと舞い上がって Everybody put your hands up さあフライ翼になれ見てみたいな夢中になれる君今が成長期新世界へ